All right. We are now recording this meeting. Good morning or good afternoon, everyone, depending on which part of the world you're in. My name is Vikram Ghosh, and I lead up our business development and partnership team here at Chef Software. What we wanted to cover off today is a quick recap of the announcement that we made earlier this week. We also wanted to talk to you about the synergies that our current business model offers to you as partners. We're going to be talking about Chef's Partner Program and how you can leverage it, as well as our sales plays and GTM that we have ongoing for the current fiscal. Now, before we get started, I wanted to do a quick recap around the announcement that we made on February 11th here in the United States. On Feb 11th, we announced our first partner program that is purpose-built for a 100% open source software company. And what I mean by that is a partner program that helps companies like you, partners like you, work better with companies like Chef and the business model shift that we made in 2019. On this release, you will see a quote from NTT New Zealand, as well as another partner called Relevance Labs that I'm highlighting out to you on the screen. The shift to a 100% business model, or 100% open source business model, allows partners such as yourselves to be able to align your efforts and your business interests with Chef Software's efforts and interests. What it also means is more business opportunities that you can generate for yourselves, partners who are focused on delivery, training, and support of the full Chef stack. We're going to dive a lot deeper into the benefits that this program offers to you, but in a nutshell, for partners who are looking to resell our solutions and software, it offers a full recurring revenue-based model. It also allows for co-sell incentives for partners who are not interested in reselling Chef, but focused on a pure delivery and consulting-based business model. We're looking to offer co-marketing support so that you can leverage our channels and our vehicles to be able to showcase your success to end customers, along with technical as well as sales enablement. Now, we've had a lot of questions from our partners around the 100% open source comment that I made on the previous slide. What does it mean, and what opportunities does this open up for partners such as yourselves to be able to align your business with Chef's business? Wanted to take a couple of minutes to talk about that. First of all, I wanted to help you understand what our business model is currently since April of 2019. As you're seeing up on the slide, the code for all our major products is open source, which means you, as well as anybody else on the planet, can get complete access to the internals of how our software works. You can see this code on GitHub, and you would be able to contribute into that code, make suggestions around new features and functionality that you need. The next question that comes up is, what does Chef, the company, offer to its customers as commercial? And it's essentially the executables, the builds or distributions that are created from that source code by Chef that we license to our partners as well as customers. So think of the open source code being like Lego blocks, but the fully assembled graphic that you're seeing on the top right of the slide being what Chef, the company, sells through its partners to end customers. Now, why is it that you would need more than just the open source code. There are a few things that I'd like to highlight out to you. First of all, the builds or distributions that we go out and sell are enterprise ready, which means we, Chef the company, have tested out those builds, hardened those builds, and tested it out for mission critical requirements that most of our customers need. The second thing, which is key, is our success is built on your success, which means that the community is not responsible for things like new features that are being submitted in as pull requests or even issues that are being opened up on GitHub. It is Chef Software, the company, that provides support backed by SLAs as well as professional services and customer success that is only offered for Chef branded distributions. A subscription into our builds and distributions allow for things like software warranties and indemnification, which is super critical to enterprise customers who are looking to use our software in their production grade environments. In addition, we also test our builds against all the major operating system versions as well as processor architectures. As such, we support more than 30 different operating system versions to ensure that everything works on the platforms that you and your customers rely on. You would have heard of us offering a tool called Inspec. Inspec is a tool that allows for security and compliance automation. Now, security and compliance are only as good as the profiles that are being fed into it. We offer enterprise-ready profiles such as CIS benchmarks and DISA STIGs out of the box, which makes your time to market a lot lower than having to hand code each of these profiles and keeping them updated and upgraded. Now, this is a slide that actually shows you a comparison on what is available through our open source projects and the benefits and advantages that customers get out of an enterprise subscription from Chef Software, the company. As rows, you're seeing 4 different products that we offer to our customers: Chef Infra, Chef Inspec, Chef Habitat, as well as Chef Automate. And you're seeing 24/7 support being offered as a default across the premium versions of our product. In addition, there is enterprise distributions that we spoke about, enterprise-ready content, both in terms of Chef cookbooks as well as Inspec profiles, Habitat core plans, features such as high availability, real-time visibility and auditability, as well as integrations with the major cloud platforms, as well as other software such as ServiceNow and Slack that are only available as part of the builds that we provide to our customers. Now, I spoke about synergies that this business model offers to you. The first synergy is you can choose either one of these products. It could be Chef Infra, Inspec, Habitat, or Automate, and deploy it within your customers, and that will make your success aligned to our success. Now, why do I say that? I say that because in the past, prior to November of last year, the 3 boxes that you're seeing in terms of Chef Infra, Inspec, and Habitat were available to you as open source distributions, which means you could take these distributions and deploy it within a customer. And in that case, our sales reps would look at you and not be ready to work with you because what you were driving was contrary to what they were being goaled at. With this shift into this new business model, we still have an opportunity to be able to license a customer for either one of our builds. It could be for Chef Infra standalone, Inspect standalone, Chef Habitat standalone, or Automate as a standalone product. As we made this shift, we also created two new versions of our products. The first one is called the Enterprise Automation Stack. It's a suite that comprises of all of our kit, starting from Chef Infra all the way into Automate, inclusive of Inspec as well as Habitat. The second suite that we created is called the Effortless Infrastructure Suite. And what that entails is Chef Infra, Inspec, as well as Chef Automate. The synergies that I was alluding to are for two sets of partners. First, for partners who are wanting to own the entire life cycle of the customer, all the way from consulting services, deployment services, managed services, offering a one window approach for the customer to be able to meet all their needs. And that is what I was alluding to with the full margin recurring revenue based options available for you. We've also heard from our partners that not all of them want to or can own the entire life cycle across the board. Some of the partners are very good with consulting, but they are not great at deployment or at managed services. And for those partners, we offer the options for them to be able to own a part of the life cycle. And that is where the co-sell incentive model comes in. But regardless of which bucket you're in, you would still get co-marketing support from Chef, sales as well as technical tools and enablements, as well as programs, as well as not for resale licenses that you can use to test our software, deploy it in lab environments, do a demo for a customer, or use it for your internal use. Now, this also brings up another interesting question around what's changing. What was it in the past and what's new in 2020? In the past, we would only incentivize partners who were reselling our software, which meant that for whatever reasons, if you did not complete the commercial transaction with the end customer, you would be left with nothing. And that is what was holding you back from growing your business on Chef. What we moved to is a new model wherein if you are looking to resell our software, and if you bring us into that opportunity early enough, buy a deal reg, and we accept that deal reg, we're obligated to provide you the best possible pricing, as well as a discount based on the quantity of the opportunity for the customer. For whatever reason, should you deal reg with us and a customer chooses not to place the order on you, you are still eligible for back-end referral payments. Those referral payments are 10% back-end referral fee for the first year, 5% additional if it's net new, and on subsequent years, it's 10% on the renewal and 5% on the growth that you help drive within a customer. If it's a new logo, you get an incremental 5%. And for customers who are looking to expand their footprint, it's 5% on the upsell amount, as well as the renewal. However, the opportunity must be deal regged and accepted by Chef. Now, how can you leverage our go-to-market, and how can you leverage us as a company? First thing that you got to be doing if you work with us is to drive successful customer deployments. Make sure that the customers that you're working with are extremely successful using the services you deliver to them using our software. The second thing that will help you immensely is in differentiating your offerings within end customers. What do I mean by differentiating your offerings? If you have a specific expertise in terms of an industry vertical or a horizontal, that becomes your unique differentiator. For example, we have partners who are specialists in healthcare, and that is one of their differentiators. On the other hand, we have partners who are specialists around risk and compliance management, or a space that is often called governance, risk, and compliance, or GRC. And that becomes their horizontal differentiator. What if you were doing neither of those two, and you were a purely horizontal player offering DevOps solutions? You could still differentiate your offerings by choosing to integrate with any one of the technology platforms that we work with. You could be a specialist on Azure, and you could also be a specialist around Splunk or ServiceNow, and that is what you use to differentiate. The reason why differentiation is important is it helps us target you towards a specific set of customers who are looking for those unique set of skill sets and capabilities. And if you were doing the first point and the second point successfully, that opens up the door for us to be able to do a lot of joint evangelism as well as customer-facing activities. Now, you might ask me, it looks great, but what is it that is required from a partner? The first thing you would notice on this slide is 3 tiers or levels of partnership. The bottom tier is called junior, the middle tier is called senior, and the top tier is called principal. What we focus on across these 3 tiers is building capacity as well as capability within your orgs. Now, you're seeing this table which has 2 big boxes. The first one is shaded in light gray, and it says meet 3 out of 5 columns. You could either have people badged, or SAs and salespeople trained, or customer references, either as a case study or quotes, joint customer activities, and the last one is pretty straightforward for you to do. It is to be able to join our partner program and showcase our logo on your site. And if you meet any of the 3 on the 5, you are then eligible to be a part of our partner program. You are then required to meet 1 out of the other 2 columns that we have listed on this slide here, either in terms of bookings or in terms of the number of deals registered annually. And deals registered annually drives a lot of economic value for you, because should you choose not to transact, it makes you eligible for back-end payments and incentives. I'll pause here for a second to see if there are any questions. And by the way, feel free to use the Zoom chat to be able to ask your questions. Right? I'll move over to the next slide. What do you get by participating in our partner program? In addition to the economic benefits that I had highlighted out earlier in terms of deal protection, new logo bonus, as well as deal expansion bonus, you also get abilities to be able to get early access into our software as well as product GTM briefings. You're eligible for joint marketing, wherein we build up a custom business plan with you that articulates out the joint marketing activities that we will do together. You get access to our sales plays so that your go to market is completely aligned with how we are going to market, and you get access to NFR or not for resale licenses. A lot of times when we speak with our partners, one need from partners is always highlighted out, which is, would you be able to share leads with us? i.e., a partner asking us to share leads with them. And what I'd like to highlight out to you is, if you are doing joint marketing with us, that leads to leads. Joint marketing could be driven in two ways. First is around digital and web properties that helps you scale. We could start with gated content, a white paper that we were co-authoring together that we are more than happy to host and put it behind certain registration gates. We then use that information of who's downloaded that white paper to be able to share leads with you. We could also write blogs that point to that asset or that gated content, and or do webinars with you that is targeted towards a specific set of customers. But again, the key here is to be able to showcase customer success stories that you've had, and or highlight your expertise that is differentiated from other partners. That's the digital and web journey that we could execute to drive leads for you. The second part of the slide shows in-person events and in-person deliveries. Again, this is relatively high bandwidth and heavy in terms of resource investments, both at your end as well as our end. And we offer the options of a one-to-few or a one-to-one customer briefings or events, and also the ability to be able to do something super targeted with a certain set of customers that either you bring to us or we bring to you. We can show up at a specific customer, hold a lunch and learn or an executive breakfast just for that customer, and deliver a story that is compelling and differentiated. Finally, you might ask me about eligibility timelines and the fact that you're already partners with Chef. What does the new partner program tiers mean for you? In general, the program eligibility timeline will run from January 1st to 31st of December every year. The initial partner level assignments are based on criteria that I have defined on the previous slides, but going all the way back from January 2018 into December 2019. So we're going to be looking at past 2 years of data. And if you've done business with us in the past, we're going to use that information to slot you into a specific tier for 2020. However, every quarter, you have the option of elevating up a tier. And that is subject to you meeting the requirements that I had highlighted out on the previous two slides. So let us say, for example, in Q3 of this year, you have a bunch of people who are trained and are badged on Chef, and you've highlighted out past successes with 2 or 3 different customers. That will make you eligible for the top tier of our partnership. And you move into that top tier and you stay there for the remainder of this year. In December, we will again review your performance relative to the expectations that we've defined out and grant you another year of being at that tier. What if you were to lose people on your team? Would you drop a tier within the same fiscal year? And the answer to that is no. You would be maintaining that same tier that you've qualified within a calendar year. However, in December, we will look at a snapshot of where you are and use that as a deterministic criteria for the next fiscal. Now, what are the next steps here? By 30th of March, we will communicate with all of our existing partners around their status for 2020. At ChefConf this year, which is June of 2020, we will have partner events at ChefConf. And just for as a reminder, we have ChefConf London as well as ChefConf Seattle happening June 1st to 4th in Seattle and in London from June 15th to 17th. You can choose to attend, you can choose to speak at the ChefConf events, as well as sponsor any one of those two or both of these events. I know the call for papers for ChefConf London as well as Seattle has already closed. But if you're looking to talk at ChefConf and you've not yet submitted a CFP or an application as part of the call for papers, send us an email as soon as possible, preferably by the end of next week, and we can get you into the slot for any one of our partners. The email ID is chefpartners@chef.io. You can use that not only to talk to us about any one of the ChefCon speaking engagements or sponsorship opportunities. You can submit in any query that you have around the new partner program, around your business with Chef, around things like Deal Reg, and we'll be happy to answer them for you. From March 1st through 31st of December, we will be conducting ongoing business GTM and readiness planning with you, and also jointly executing on the business plans that we would have agreed to. And that ultimately leads to your success, our success, and the mutual success of and the success of our mutual customers. That's pretty much all the content that I had to share today. If you have any questions, this is a good time to be able to open up the chat box and submit in any questions. You can also learn more at chef.io/partners. And I will stand by for any questions that you might have. Right? We have a couple of questions. The first one is from Oscar. I'm still not a partner. What do I need to be one? Oscar, if you go to chef.io/partners, there's a button there that will open up a form for you. Submit that form and we will reach back to you around your interest in a partnership. And we can then work with you to be able to onboard you into our partnership program and work with you around your specific business case. Also, feel free to send us an email at chefpartners@chef.io, and we will be happy to work with you there. Second question is around sales plays. I see a question that talks about sales plays on the previous slide. How often will those plays be updated? We look to upgrade or update our sales plays every year. So at the beginning of 2021, you will see a refresh of our sales plays. Now, if you're a chef partner, you will get access into a briefing that talks to you about each of these individual plays. All right. Can you talk about the partner portal? Absolutely. So the partner portal becomes the single place where you get access to partner facing content, tools, as well as the ability to register deals and track the status of your deals with Chef Software, the company. And the capabilities on that portal is being built as we speak. So you will see that roll out over the remainder of 2020. For now, you can use that site to be able to log in, submit in a deal reg request with us, and through the next few months, you'll start seeing more and more content being available to you as partner facing content that is available through the partner portal behind a login. Right? Any other questions? Deal reg will be run through the portal. Can you show an example? I have some screenshots that I can share with you right now, but you'll have to give me a couple of minutes while I pull that up. If we want to have an SA trained, what are the programs available for that? That's a question from Amy. And Amy, there are two resources that I would love to point out to you. The first one is learn.chef.io. And what that opens up is a self-learning e-learning platform that looks something similar to what I've just opened up for you here. And you can then log in, or your essays can then log in and take respective tracks here and earn badges for towards their achievement. That is the lightweight training option that is available for you. We also have online instructor-led training that requires a substantially higher commitment of time, because these are classes that run at specific times, and we can absolutely share that list with you as well. Just give me a second while I pull up examples of the deal reg system that I was talking about. In the meanwhile, I am keeping an eye out for questions that are coming in, so feel free to keep sending them over. All right. If you're able to see the screen, if you go to partners.chef.io and you select deal registration, it would open up this screen, which says, "Welcome to the Chef Partner Kitchen. Think of this as your grab and go and as you need snacks." It'll show you recently viewed opportunities, and on the far right, you will see deal registration. You click on deal registration and it asks you a few questions. Essentially, what it's asking you is this a qualified deal? By qualified, we mean, is this a band qualified deal, i.e. the customer has budgets, authority, need, and timeline? You click on a checkbox here and you type this in as qualified or not qualified. then it opens up this specific page where it asks you for your end customer name, contact person, their title, the contact person's email ID, phone number, as well as city. Once you click on save, it opens up another page that then says, who are you? Who's the salesperson owning this deal? The example that I'm highlighting out here is a salesperson at sales rep 1, email ID of the person registering this deal, as well as the sales rep. What's your relationship with the end customer? And the sales rep's contact number, whether the end customer has budget or not. And finally, the sales stage. And that is all it takes for you to be able to submit an opportunity as a deal reg to us. What we then do is route this to the respective sales rep within Chef, and the sales rep is then on point to discuss this opportunity with you and qualify or approve this deal reg. Hopefully that was helpful. And thank you, Nick. We can also conduct on-site trainings for your technical staff and SAs, specifically in the APJ region. And we'll be happy to work with you around inspect rules that you're looking for. Any other questions? Yes, we will send out login IDs as well as passwords to partners. In case you have a login ID but don't remember the password, Chef partners at chef.io, think of it as your concierge. Send us an email and we'll be happy to reset that password for you. Or if you've forgotten your login ID. All right. Any other questions? If there are no other questions, this recording or this webinar recording will be available to all of you who have registered for this webinar. We're also going to post this up on chef.io/partners so that you can view this recording offline. And then we're here to work with you and share anything that you need. Email ID to ask for login. Chef partners. There you go. My bad. All right, everyone. We will also be posting the recording offline for you to view. Please let us know if there are any questions. You can send an email to chefpartners@chef.io, or you can choose to send me an email directly. And I promise to be responsive in 24 hours unless I'm traveling. So thanks a lot. And I'm looking forward to the continued partnership through 2020. Take care and talk to you soon.